energy of wanting to get active.
Yes, and also shifting from the more hibernating, subdued yin qualities of winter, where we kind of consolidate, we go within, and things might get a little stiffer in those cold months. And here we're warming up, and today's intention is all about warming up, liberating, and freeing our joints.
Yes, so let us move in ways that support the kind of lubrication, the luxuriating.
Yes, the leisurely.
The leisurely, yes.
Yeah, and just this open, gentle warming and calming of our nervous system. Really important as the energy begins to build. Not only is pollen being thrown in the atmosphere, little irritation, little frustration comes up this time of year. Really important that we practice moments of slowing down, decelerating, and calming.
Yeah, so let's do that in ways with our bodies, with our joints. We're going to back up the camera and find some space if you want to join along.
Yeah, I'll scooch us back. Scooch us back. Yeah, so I want to be in that far corner, Nicole. And so everyone, just make sure you have plenty of room all around you. And Nicole, you go a little more to, yeah. You want that right there. Oh, and look, Jake's here too to say hi.
He's in.
All right, Nicole, why don't you start us off?
All right, so let's begin. We're going to do a nice joint-free release from the feet all the way up to our head. Let's start with just kind of noticing where we are, giving yourself a nice sweeping of your attention, your awareness throughout your body. Notice your head, your neck. Maybe you want to move your neck and shoulders around a little bit. Starting to breathe a little wider, a little deeper into your chest. Let that breath now extend into your belly. Notice 360, feeling and experiencing yourself as a dimensional being. Noticing how your low back feels, your obliques, your abs, all those underlying structures, your digestion, reproduction, and feeling and sensing into your hips, the legs, your knees, sweeping all the way down into your ankles and feet. Let's shift our body weight over to the right, lift up our left foot, excuse me, Jake, and let's begin to point and flex the toes. So challenging our balance. There's no better way to get into the moment than balance challenging. You can't help but focus here now without falling over. So starting to feel yourself get grounded in the moment as you challenge your balance and flex and point the toe. You can, of course, grab a wall, grab a chair,
countertop. You could be
you
could be in a seat if you didn't want to hover. And also, if you focus on something on the floor that's not moving about 2 feet in front of you, it'll help with your balance.
All right, let's switch sides. Bring that leg down and bring that opposite foot up. Shift your body weight, feel yourself balance, and then begin to move that opposite foot, flex and
Yeah. If you check out your hips too, if you want a little biofeedback, ideally your 2 hip bones will be at the same height. Oftentimes the leg that's up will be hiked up a little higher. So see if you can level out your hips.
And then let that go. Let's shift our weight. We're going to go back and forth. Bring that opposite foot up. Let's rotate. Let's create some circles. So we want to move through the joint about 70% effort. We don't want to push maximum. We don't need to force through the joint, but rather just enough so that we can start to feel it get warmer, to start to feel smoother, less clicking, less popping. Let's reverse it.
And can you just isolate your ankle and foot? So notice that we're not swirling our whole leg around. We will move our thighs shortly, but can you just focus on that ankle joint?
Let's drop it down. Let's shift your weight and bring up the opposite foot, nice in circles. Ooh, I'm noticing I'm a little more balanced on this side and the other, a little easier to be steady here. So noticing which side do you feel more steady?
Can you take deep breaths? That also helps in the smooth flow of energy. So we rotate the opposite direction.
Let's reverse, yeah.
Part of the spring equinox and the moving wood phase, wood element energy, is all about helping soften the edges. having smooth regulation of extreme
Ooh,
experiences.
feel nice and warm, starting to feel that blood through my legs.
Yes.
Let's shift your weight again over to the other side, and this time let's bring up your knee. You can interlace your fingers underneath your thigh, support that thigh, and then begin to kick out that leg a little bit.
Now, if you don't want to be all the way 90-degree angle like this, you could be more of a 45-degree angle. And again, you could be sitting in a chair. Notice how your shoulders are. So try not to hike up. We don't want to be stiff as a board. We want to be pliable like a growing sprout.
And we can always challenge your balance a little more. Let go of that thigh. Hold that leg up for one more inhale, one more exhale.
Nice level hips.
And then, let that go. Shift your body weight. Spread those toes on that opposite foot. And then lift that leg, support it.
If you're holding the leg, change the interlace in your fingers. So it's one finger with difference. Long, slow, deep breaths. So even as you challenge your body, challenge your mind, can you create an atmosphere of ease and gentleness?
Challenge your balance. One more breath here. Feeling warm, feeling the heat building. Lubricating, luxuriating. What was the other one?
I don't remember.
And then let it go.
How about some hip circles?
Sounds good. We're going to use your thumbs there. We're going to get a little wider in your stance. Place your thumbs in your lower back and then begin to shift your hips, nice big hip circles. Use your thumbs as you move your hips forward. Press in, massage your low back, your SI joint. And maybe as you reach your hips back, lift your thumbs up a little higher or lower and find a new place where you can press into your low back. So let's do that a couple more times. Find a new spot with your thumbs to massage. Feel the muscle moving underneath your pressure.
If you haven't widened your stance, it might feel nicer to get big, wide circles.
And then let's reverse. Find a new spot, place your thumbs, massage your SI joint, your low back, where the kidneys and ribs meet, maybe even a little higher. Ooh.
And you're looking to create some heat. We want to help create some nice, smooth, easy production of synovial fluid. That's the fluid that lubricates your joints. And when we move like this, not only do we produce, but we also secrete that lubricating fluid, help keep a smooth, easy movement.
And then let's pause, come to center. This time bring your feet a little closer, a lot closer together, right next to each other. Still
Yes.
Hands on your lower back. And then see if you can create now small hip circles. Ooh, now you're working with kind of different layers of tissue, layers of fascia, feeling your flexibility as you kind of hula girl, hula guy, hula dance around your hips, through your hips. And then, oh, go ahead.
We're going to go the other way.
Yes, let's find a new spot to press your thumbs in and then go the other way. Ooh.
I was just going to suggest, sometimes it's fun to imagine your tailbone drawing a nice circle all around you and see if you can round any sharp edges or little squiggly lines, make a little more smooth, flowing motions.
And then one more breath. And pause. Let's warm up. We're still in winter though. We're at the end of winter. We don't want to rush into the next season. So let's be with your kidneys, the organs related to the winter season. And we can warm them up with your hands. You can massage them. And then, or let's add a little tapping. Tap, tap, tap. Kidneys, over your low back. Maybe let's bring it all the way down to your sacrum. And then all the way back up. Hello, kidneys.
Hi, kidneys.
Thank you, kidneys. Smile into your kidneys, sending them light, blue light, smiling into your kidneys. One more breath. And then pausing. Let's warm up those kidneys one more time.
Unstable. We're coming back.
Nice. All right, so let's get into our spine a little bit. We're just gonna inhale, reach back, open up, extend. exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone, tuck your chin, let all the air out. Let's go back and forth as we open up into the highway system of your brain and your central nervous system. The highway of your central nervous system, conveying information from top to bottom, from in to out, out to in. This is the highway of chi, of energy. We want to nourish our brain, nourish our organs, nourish our muscles with this movement. Let's do a couple more. Inhaling and exhaling. Breath getting bigger, wider. Letting go a little more. Last one. And then coming back to center.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, feeling good?
Yeah, let's get into our arms and elbows.
Well, I wanted to add, can we do a little more
Please.
rotation in the spine?
Of course.
Cool. So let's one hand in front, one hand in back. Inhale, center.
Could you scooch a little?
And then
Yeah.
exhale, one hand in front, one hand in the back. And then inhale, center. So we go back and forth. Inhale.
Both hands are upper palm up as you go behind you and in front, palm down to the side. Bend your knees as you twist, straighten as you come center, in through your nose, out your mouth. Add your smile, because it's fun. Feel bouncy, feel buoyant, feel supported, helping get all that synovial fluid moving in your joints, smiling in your joints, what the Chinese call your sinews. This time of year in the spring, as we're coming up to spring energy, helps with our ligaments, our tendons, our small muscles.
And one more time each way, balance yourself out. And then let that go. Let's pause for a moment. Notice how you feel so far. Done a lot of lower body stuff, moving our way, transitioning into our upper body. Let's get into our hands and fingers. Yeah. So let's bring our hands out in front. We're going to point all your fingers towards your body, gather all your fingers, point them towards your body, and then stretch them away from you. Let's go back and forth a couple times. Inhaling one way, exhaling another, doesn't matter which way.
And if you're practicing today on letting go, exhale out an open mouth, in through your nose, out an open mouth. If you'd like to focus more on building your energy, breathe in and out your nose.
Let's play with it a little bit. Next time that you bring your fingers up, let's just spread the thumbs away from the rest of the fingers. Let's do it again. Inhale. Now add the pointer and thumb. Ooh, stretch, think. Bring it in. Let's add the middle finger. Stretch it away, move it away. And then one more time, live long and prosperous. The pinky, can you get it to work all by itself? Bring it in, stretch one more time. Let's turn the palms up, bend the elbows. Let's go back and forth a few times.
Working with our breath, inhale, extend, exhale, flex, or you don't have to coordinate with your breath. If you feel some days you want to move a little quicker, a little slower, maybe instead of leading from your mind, ask your body what kind of pace would feel most pleasurable, most nourishing, most supportive.
And then next time, pause with your fingers on your shoulders. Let's bring the elbows in and elbows back and forth. Let's open up into our shoulders. And this time, we can play with the angles of your shoulders, so you can squeeze the inferior angles, the bottom of the shoulder blades together, and then bring your elbows really low and stretch.
Low.
Let's try that again. Low behind you and low in front. This time, high elbows behind you, and then high up in front. Squeeze high, and then squeeze high again, and then anywhere else that's your favorite, always your favorite, and then go back and forth a few times, just opening up, warming through the shoulders. And then we're gonna, okay.
How are we doing on? Oh, we're coming to a close.
Yes, so yeah, that's why I was gonna drop our arms.
Okay.
Let's get into our neck a little bit.
Yes.
Let's drop our chin and lift our chin.
Inhale up, exhale down. Feel your neck bones being really long and spacious. Try to arc your neck. Try not to have any wrinkles in the skin in the back of your neck. Be very long. If you retract, if you draw your jaw in toward your throat, your neck will be a little more integrated. You won't blow out your hyoid muscles.
Pause in the center. Let's do a nice little ear to shoulder. Stretch on the exhale.
So it's not shoulder to ear, right? Drop that ear to the shoulder. Imagine your shoulders are also melting down your back body like a nice, gentle, cascading waterfall. But your head is getting long, lengthened, tall.
And then we'll pause in the center. And on the exhale, let's look over our shoulder. Back and forth. Oh, yeah.
Beginning to feel the benefits of your movement, of your breath, of decelerating a little, moving the energy from our mind and doing to our body and heart as we emphasize being.
Balance yourself out. And then pausing in the center, let's finish up with our hands tapping at the crown of our head. Tap, tap, tap. Back and forth, kind of like mohawk line. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through an open mouth. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhale. This time, brush over your face. And then brush down your arms. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling through an open mouth.
Cleansing, purifying.
Brush your chest, your back, your legs.
Let it all go, let it flow.
And then we'll pause.
Notice how you feel.
Notice.
Nice little 15-minute set. I feel more enlivened. I feel like the colors are brighter. And I'll just make my way over to see you all. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. We are so grateful to have a community of folks who care about caring. And this next week, as we continue to feel the winds of change, likely there'll be a little irritation from time to time. And one quote I'd like to share is that it's the irritation of the sand that forges the pearl. So let irritation happen. Acknowledge when you feel a little ruffled or your buttons are being pushed, and we'll acknowledge those challenges, but again, favor the light, favor the love. And as we end today, we always enjoy, if you'd like to turn on your camera, turn off your mute so we could hear you and we could say goodbye for now.
Thank you so much.
Bye for now.
Goodbye for now.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.